Hey folks, Chris Bosch here from Noble Warrior Leadership Ministry. So this is a kickoff video of our new short video course. It's called Making Warriors, a Warriors Rite of Passage. You know, we have a full course called the same thing as part of the Rites of Passage Christian Leadership Training Program. And what we wanted to do is put together a series of short videos that highlight the key insights that you would learn if you were to take the full course itself. But we wanted to make sure that we could provide these insights for free for folks that either can't afford the course or don't have the time to take the full course or whatever it is. So what are you going to find in the course and what are you going to find in these short videos? Well, topics that we discuss include, first of all, that we're living in a world that it's at war. We're going to make the case for the reality that our life's journey runs across a spiritual battlefield that's occupied by an adversary who wants to destroy us. And we're also going to make the case that we have a responsibility to engage in this fight as godly warriors, to be trained up and equipped as godly warriors. And then we want to talk about what that means. What is a godly warrior? And so we're going to talk about that as well. Armoring up believers for battle and the disciplines of a Christ-centered warrior ethos. And then we talk about the new self. Now, Paul talks about the new self in the Bible in Ephesians chapter 4. And here we're going to dig down and talk about the disciplines of spiritual fitness and building warrior muscles that are needed to bear the godly armor. And then we get into the armor itself. We start with the belt of truth, walking in integrity, and the discipline of spiritual truth, and spiritual awareness and spiritual discernment. And the next piece of armor is the breastplate of righteousness, where we get to talk about the disciplines of, walking in holiness and bearing fruit and growing in Christ. Well, the next piece of armor is our shoes, the shoes of the gospel of peace. Shoes that provide us the stability and the mobility that we need on the battlefield. The next thing we talk about is the shield of faith and the discipline of what I call praising our way forward into battle, which is actually praising our way forward into any circumstance, as we have that shield of faith that is going to provide us protection. And the next thing we talk about is the helmet of salvation and the discipline of guarding our thoughts and thinking critically. And then we talk about the next piece of armor. It's a weapon, and it's the last thing that Paul talks about as he describes the armor of God, and it's the sword of the Spirit. And we dig down deeply into this idea of the discipline of spiritual sword fighting. Of course, we go deeper when we get you into the full course. I hope that you take the full course, but I didn't want to leave anyone out. And so we've made this shortened version so that you'll get some of those key insights and some of those ideas. So who am I? Well, as I said, my name is Chris Bosch, and I'm a retired Marine Intelligence Officer. I'm also a retired counterterrorism intelligence consultant. You know, I hung up my guns just recently in response to a calling that I felt in my heart to teach biblical insights and life truths and wisdom. I believe that the Lord has given me a compelling story to tell to train up and equip the next generation of leadership in the church. Hopefully you've already watched my introduction video and you know all about my background and my backstory as to, why I started this new ministry. If not, go ahead and check that out. You'll see my personal introduction on my YouTube channel. All right, let's keep this short. That's all for now. I ask you to look out for our first instructional short video. It's coming out right on the heels of this one. Again, we're going to make the case that we're living our lives on a spiritual battlefield, and I'm going to describe what our response to that reality is. Hope to see you there. Until then, God bless. Take care. Folks, carry on.